Shah Rukh, you've been talking as Rawan's release approaches about how India needs its own superheroes. But looking back at our childhood, I mean, we're roughly the same generation. We grew up with, in India, mostly, if I remember, Diamond Comics, you know. Yeah. My superhero at that time, the closest you came to a superhero when we were kids, other than Superman and Batman, was Phantom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we thought Phantom is Indian because it used to come in Hindi.
I always thought Phantom was
I also
Indian.
thought, till I got to know it's not actually, it's some Lee Stan or someone. It's not actually an Indian property. But it felt like, because Denkali Jungle and Hero
and the beat of the drums.
And the beat of the drums. So you felt it's like, but even, actually the only Indian superhero closest was, I think, a comic called Bahadur.
Yeah.
By Mr. Sulti, I think, yeah. You know, he had made a gun out of his cycle and stuff like that. And then, of course, mythological ones.
Yeah. In Amar Chitra Kathas and so on.
Yeah. I think, like, for example, this gentleman in America, he's a big director. And he sent me a script once and he said, before Spider-Man, before Superman, there was Hanuman. And I thought that was really cool. You know,
and we forget that Hanuman was kind of our original superhero.
You know, he's got all the makings of a superhero. And we haven't used any of it. And whenever we've used it, I think the younger generation, and when I say younger, I even mean myself, I think we are just a little now not wanting to see it in that same old bottle, in the mythological sense. I mean, we enjoy it. So you have to bottle it new. You've
got to make them trendy. Basically.
You've got to make them trendy and cool and still keep some kind of a mythological background like we have in Ravan, that Ravan is the bad guy. And without having to explain, anyone called Ravan is not really going to be a good guy.
But I was going to ask you, why is it that even though we grew up with these characters and there's so many of them in our mythology, why is it that we don't have a Desi equivalent of a Superman, an Iron Man, a Batman?
It's very simple. Because since 70s, from when I've watched films, so I'll tell you from there, 70s, 80s, 90s, and maybe now, our regular heroes are superheroes. You know, we've never had the need to...
if you believe Hindi cinema.
Yeah, if you believe Hindi cinema, I mean, they don't need to wear tights. They don't need to have superpowers.
They don't even need a tail like Hanuman to fly.
Nothing.
They can just jump from building to building.
They beat up 20 people. And even like if you see the regular now Hindi films with action, the hero just jumps up and stops in the air. And so actually when I was shooting it, a couple of shots and I'm like, you know, it seems like a regular shot. So I told my action directors, I said, you know, this we've seen in Hindi film. He said, oh, you have another superhero film? So I said, no. He said, but we don't do this in regular films that a hero flies and jumps like this. We only do it, we give it a reason.
So to that extent, as somebody who's sometimes been told, and this has never bothered you, that Shah Rukh Khan always plays himself. And people love you as Shah Rukh Khan, so there's no problem with you playing yourself. How much of Shah Rukh is in this movie, and how much have you gone away from the Shah Rukh we used to sing?
I don't know. I know, you know, I'm always, Barkha, trying to be different.
Yeah.
And then
but people do turn around and say this to you, right?
It's the same thing, so I'm like, okay.
Does that hurt you?
Not anymore.
You used to?
Yeah, I mean, it works, it ain't broke, so I fix it.
That's really
true. You know, with all due respect, I really sit down for Khan and everything, and I do develop a character in my bathroom. I read books, and I make notes, and I have fantastic notes on my script, which my directors get really impressed by, or at least they act that they're very impressed by my notes. And I think I'm doing something really different. Like how I develop a walk, I develop a voice, I develop a talk, I develop, of course, the crutches, looks and all the director does, but I develop everything. And then at the end of it all, they say, but wo to wahi karta hai. So now I'm in tights, and I'm flying, and I've got superpowers. I got blue eyes, my hair is standing up. So I hope now, with all the crutches...
They can't say Shah Rukh's playing himself.
Yeah, though I doubt it. I'll think, arey yaar, ye waisa hi hai, jab wo romance karta, because I do put my arms out. Even, you know, so they were joking with me.
In that same gesture?
Yeah, they told me, our superhero won't fly like this. He should fly like this. So I said, nahin, please, sab kahenge wahi kar raha hu main.
Is this film different from you in the sense of how much you've put of yourself in it, how much you've invested in it, and I mean emotionally? I mean, everything has been said about the most expensive film, the effects, all of that. But is this some sort of watershed project for you?
I don't know. I think what I've invested in this film is my childhood. And I like to believe that. All the qualities that I've had in me, which I think have made me be who I am, I attribute it to my childishness. And not in a bad way, in the good way. Whether it's the energy part of it, whether it's the innocence part of it. And I've got kids now, so I see it being reflected. When my son or my daughter behave in a certain way, I say, hey, I still behave like that. And I'm, you know, in my 40s, and I should not. And it's so difficult for my family, you know, sometimes to contain me. Because I'm very childlike.
What's the most childish thing you've ever done?
I do everything childish. I sulk, I get angry, you can't talk to me meanly, I have to be treated nicely. If you're rude to me, I sulk, I go away.
How long do your tantrums last?
For life. I'm like this. And everyone knows, like, if you tell me a small thing like, you know what, I don't like your telephone, I get hurt. So I'm oversensitive.
Is that true, that you can't be given even what's called positive criticism?
You can give it to me, but you have to put it in, like, you know, kid's glove. You have to be really kind to me. You have to sugarcoat it and be nice. Because I get like all, no. And I'm intelligent enough to argue about it. So I'll like say, no, but this is it. But I take that. I always take it in my head that somebody said this. I'm like a kid who doesn't want to say it, okay, mom, I'm wrong.
But if you're so sensitive, how do you deal with being a public person? I mean, people scrutinize you, people can criticize your films, people can jump on you for a single statement, people can make assumptions about your sexuality as they have, people can gossip about you. If you're so sensitive, how do you deal with being in the arc lights?
Honestly, I sulk. I go quietly in my room.
Privately sulk?
Yeah. That's the side of me which is... I don't say it to anyone. I'll just go quietly and sit down. I just start watching news, and I just sit down. I do nothing. I get very disturbed. I don't say it ever. I give you instances. The other day, like, I was late for a news conference, and you know, people just said that they want to ask me a question, and I'm like, I've known you for 20 years, and one of the ladies from your channel, I said, you know, your time got up, but I'm giving you 20 minutes more. And I do that for everyone, because everyone wants to consume a part of me, in a good sense. I'm not saying I dislike it, that's what I'm made for. But sometimes when people are consuming a lot of me, I run out of time. You know, I can't change the time, so I'm late, and I'm really sorry. I would never disrespect you.
Yeah.
Plus
everybody knows you're late.
Yeah, but
don't they just come according to
No, I tell
Shah Rukh
also, I say it also, like even my shootings, I say I'll start at 11 o'clock, and I don't make anyone wait ever that way.
Yeah.
But it got little whatever, and I understand that, I respect that, and I'm apologetic about it. But now forgive me and go on with it. I mean, you know, I forgive you for things that happen. Sometimes, you know, I'm told, you wasted our time, but you know, have I ever complained you wasted my time by asking really stupid questions? I've never said that.
What's the stupidest question you've ever been asked? Say it. No names, but say the question. Where you've gone like, what the hell are you talking about?
I don't know. One of the ones which I find very stupid is, which was asked to me about 10 years back, and has been being asked, when are you retiring? But why should I retire? I mean, what have I done to retire just now? You don't like me? Are you gay? One old lady asked me, one very senior reporter. And then I joked with her, and she didn't like it.
What did you say?
No, I shouldn't say it.
Say it. Come on. You said it to the old lady, you can say it to us. Say it.
She was 65, okay.
Yeah, so you can say to a 65-year-old, you can tell us.
So spend an evening with me.
Good answer.
Kabhi mere saath ek raat guzar.
Then how did she respond?
She got very offended. She said, how can you talk to me like this? I said, but you asked me something. How can you ask me something like this? So you be ready. I mean, okay, I'm really sorry. I'm not. She was very old, so I had to keep quiet, otherwise I would have stuck to my gun. That's why I have a sense of humor. Otherwise, I can never deal with everything that is asked to me. Because, you know, if I start to be, okay, ask me relevant questions, I think I'll just be like this then, in an interview.
But not everybody gets your sense of humor, right?
Nobody gets it. I think I have to curb it. I've been told now by family and friends, please don't open your mouth before the release of the film. Any release of your film, shut up. So I said, but I have to promote my film. Yeah, just talk about the film. Otherwise, don't say another word. Don't joke about so-and-so. Don't joke about the political scenario. Don't joke about anti-corruption. Don't joke about anything. Just keep quiet and answer as you should. So I keep lying. Because I want to joke about it.
Do your jokes get misunderstood?
All the time.
Like, give us an example.
The other day I was just going out, I was watching TV, and one of the channels was trying to say how ill-spoken and ill-mannered I am. And,
like they actually called you that?
Yeah, उनके कुछ some word they were using कि मैं कैसे ज़बान फिसल जाती है उनकी. And it's a joke. Somebody told me कि गीता पे हाथ रख के कसम खाओ कि तुम सच कहोगे. So I said मैं मीता पे भी रख लूँगा, रीता पे भी रख लूँगा, गीता पे भी रख लूँगा. More the merrier. And they took offense to that how can I talk like this? Even this, you know, somebody asked me when I was doing television, KBC or Panchvi Pass, and they said, now you're doing television, so what do you say that, what is your job profile now? So I said, now I will entertain you in your bedrooms also. And I said it with a smile. And then they all
You're just naughty.
I'm just being naughty. I mean, and you know, I'm over 40, I have 2 kids, I have a wife, I have a family, I'm a decent guy. And you know, and then everyone laughs. and everyone has had a good time, everybody's had a good chat with me, but then suddenly it gets all played like that, and I'm like, oh, and then I'm very embarrassed now, because now my kids are there, and when it's played out like that, I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have said this.
As if it stops you the next time. It's compulsive, it's a party thing,
it just comes out, it's like, but then now I've been told, do it at a party, and don't do it on television.
You spoke about being super sensitive. What's the most hurtful thing you've heard said about you that you've actually really taken to heart?
Sometimes I'm told that I'm not, you know, it's very strange that I am oversensitive, but I'm told that I'm not sensitive to people, and I'm detached and I lie.
And you lie?
Yeah, and I lie, that, you know...
About what?
About, like, say, I say, I like you, and...
but you actually hate me.
Yeah, but I don't like you. And I hear it from many quarters, and it's not true. I have a lot of love for people, and some of them I really love. Like, I genuinely love you. It's got nothing to do with that I have worked with you or I want to work with you. I genuinely love you for the work you do, for the interaction we've had, and then it's misconstrued sometimes, you know. Arey, wo to isse isliye baat kar raha hai na. And suppose you say a nice thing about me, it hurts me when you could be saying it professionally. And you have all the right to say a wrong thing about me also. I would never question you. I'd never call you and say, Barkha, why did you say that about me? So if you say a good or a bad thing about me, it's your profession, you got to do it. But it's misconstrued. Ah, usne to acha isliye bola kyunki unka dosti hai, kyunki unka pyar hai. So I just sometimes, you know, the ability to be able to surprise people and the ability to fail is taken away from me. The ability to have a relationship is sometimes, that's really hurtful. Like, I have friends, boys and girls, and very few of them. And when I say friend, it's only when I'm working with them. Otherwise, you know, we never get in touch. We're not socially so connected. And then if I hug you, and if I kiss you, and if I love you, and if I genuinely love you. But it has to have, you know,
so people will attribute motives.
Motives to it, reasons to it, beyond it. And it's very embarrassing sometimes. Because I'm very quiet. So I can't come and say, Barkha, you heard that? It's not like that. I can't even say it to you, though I love you. I can't say it to you. So then I'm very quiet. Then I'm like, should I behave differently with her now? So then it starts becoming awkward for me, and awkward for me, and awkward for that person. So they must be thinking, Kare, kya ho gaya isko? Has that piece of news or that misconception? So I get very odd, and it just keeps on making me more and more lonely.
Are you solitary or lonely? The two are different.
And I am solitary now. Reclusive is, you know, I'm a bit of a Sufi and a bit of a reclusive person. And I feel I don't like being that anymore. How
does a recluse last in the film industry? You're constantly under public scrutiny. You're constantly having to go out, do press conferences, events, marketing, all of this.
I think that's the only thing, that's the only way you can survive. If you're a public figure like I am, where I'm being consumed every moment, in a good sense, I need to be reclusive. Otherwise, one morning I'll wake up and there's none of me left.
Why hasn't it got easier for you to deal with it after all these years? People get a thick skin.
I don't have a thick skin. I'm so upfront and honest about things. I open my heart and talk. You know, I don't hide things. If you ask me something which I don't want to answer, I'll say it to you. I say, Barkha, please don't. I'm embarrassed answering this. But if you ask me something, I'll be honest. You know, and that's what is a great positive thing also, is when my work is coming out, I notice the audience also taking it personally. You know, they either are like, Arey yaar, acha hi hoga, Arey mujhe nahi acha lagta. It's a very personal thing. It's not just a job. They react. It's not just a job being done by an actor who comes and entertains them. So it's a nice place to be in, but it's a very strangely sad place also to be in at times.
Why is that?
Because I just don't know. I mean, I have only my daughter and son to sit down and chat with. Now they're also growing older. So they're also like, Papa, can we talk to you later?
Are you clingy dad?
No, not at all, yeah. But I hug them hard. Yeah, when I see them, I hug them hard. I hug everyone I love very hard. And, but it's making me wanting to work more, to fill in the gaps.
The gaps that you feel.
Yeah, so I keep doing it and people think I philosophize about it too much and I'm so lucky, Shah Rukh Khan, I'm the great Indian dream. But I really tell you honestly, there are times when you feel like, what is there that makes me not feel absolutely satisfied with what I have?
Would you say you're at peace?
I'm at peace. I'm at peace with my personal life. I'm really at peace with it. That's the only peaceful part of me. But when it comes down to, you know, balancing all this, you know, like when I go out, I'm like, here, you love me. You told me you love me. So can I be loving and family-like with you? And then suddenly one person one chit of a person says something, or you know, in workplace things go up and down.
Yeah.
I'm like, but you know, it's been so many years, and I'm making such an attempt to get it all right and make you feel nice about everything. Why does it not work out like that? Maybe I just should be a little more rukha, you know, a little detached from it.
But you're not made that way.
I'm not made that way. I'm not made that way.
Yeah. You said in an interview I read that sometimes at night when you can't sleep, which is often because you're an insomniac, you talk to your kids about what you feel sad and disillusioned about, and they don't always understand what you mean, but it helps you to talk. What are you sad and disillusioned about today?
I talk to my dogs also. I just sit down.
Dogs are great to talk to.
Yeah, you sit down.
They just look at you with doleful eyes.
Yeah. I said, you know, I was so nice and I was just trying to get this done, but I was a little let down.
You actually have these conversations?
Yeah.
Like aloud?
Yeah. I with the kids now, so it doesn't seem so strange.
And with the dogs also?
And the dogs earlier. But now, it's not a nice thing to say, but I prefer talking to kids than the dogs now. I love my dogs. When I talk to my daughter, I'll hold her hand, and the other day I told her, you know what, I feel the positivity, I feel the... I don't have any friends.
You told her this?
Yeah. So she says, but so-and-so is your friend. I said, yeah, but not that kind of friend. But that's, she likes you. So I say, yeah, she likes me, but I don't have a friend. So then she said, so I look at her, I said, you be my friend? She says, but Papa, I'm your daughter. So I said, please be my friend also. And then finally she agreed. She said, okay, I'll be your friend. Let's just watch what we're watching. So it makes me feel nice. So I have these issues where I feel a lot more is expected of me. I can't be myself. And also, many a times, I'm not being able to perhaps give enough in relationships. I'm scared of relationships because I have the sense that I'm going to lose this relationship. So maybe I'm the...
Is it that, or is it that you feel that most people are reacting to you because you're this superstar and not for who you are? That happens to public people. They find it difficult to trust.
No, I don't have trust issues. Actually, I have the opposite. I trust too much. I have those issues. And I've never really I don't behave like a star, actually, most of the time.
You don't?
You know, I don't at all. As a matter of fact, my closest friends tell me, you know, can you start behaving like the person or the star you are? So I'm like, but why? That's on the screen. In real life, I'm just like this. I just started wearing makeup and combing my hair for interviews also. Otherwise, I'm quite cool. I'll do everything. Because I think it should be two different people. I am two different people.
And you managed to keep it separate?
I am. I'm nearly schizophrenic. I'm two different people. I really believe what I am in real life and what I do with my kids and my friends and my family is completely different from the Raj and Rahul. I'm so shameless. I am so uninhibited. I am so open when I'm acting a character. I can do anything. Anything. I can dance, I can fall, I can be naked, I can jump, I can fly. Personally, they're only like, I can't do anything. So I'm very shy and very quiet. But that person is very different from this one. And I was telling someone that, you know, sometimes my films touch the lives of people. And they come to me, and I just recently, I don't know if I'm okay talking about it, but Sairaji called me day before yesterday. And Dilip Saab saw me on TV. And, you know, he looked at her and he said, "Ye bahut acha hai ladka. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है तो मुझे ये I want to see it again." And she said, like, you know, it was very strange that he noticed you and talked about you. And so I'm going to go and have a walk with him. And I got tears in my eyes. I was like, oh, I was feeling very low about my work and everything. You know, actors have these days. So I was feeling very low, and then suddenly this phone call came, and I was so happy. I was so happy. So I touch lives of people, and I'm not saying this experience, but when I'm talking about the audience, and sometimes I feel, you know, I've touched this person's life, Ramesh's, and he doesn't even know what I'm like. You know, this question comes to me. Suppose he met me now, would he still like me? Would he think...
the person and not the actor, you mean?
Yeah, would he be let down? Would he feel, "Arey, you to Raj tha?" And it happens many times. You know, sometimes I'm in a serious mood, and 2-3 girls came the other day, and they were like fans, and they came and hugged me and said, "Hi, sweetheart, how are you?" And I hugged her, and I kissed her, and I took a picture, and they said, "But in the movies, you're always so happy." So I'm like, yeah, and then quickly I have to be happy. So I quickly, you know, and I'm like, okay, so what are you doing? And I had to be happy. And
you had to role play that persona at that moment.
I've written in my book that, you know, I don't know now, am I happy like Raj, or Raj plays happy like me?
Does that mess up your head?
I fill it with so much work that actually now I'm sitting with you, and I'm really enjoying this conversation, so I'm opening my heart to you. But I don't have these conversations too often. So I don't think about it. I'm just like, I don't know what space I'm in. But it is really confusing at times. I don't know whether it happens to other actors who work for 20 years, or are they just keeping it as a job? I don't know. I don't think of it as a job. And maybe that's why people like me so much. And I get very, I don't know, if I wasn't acting, what would I do?
What would you do?
I don't know. I think I just write, or I'll just act in my bathroom, or I'll... now, you know, Barkha, I don't even know whether I'm acting getting into my car. I don't know when I unwrap a sweet and eat it, am I acting? Am I eating the sweet like Dawn would? I have no...
It's all blurred into
It's all
each other,
blurred.
yeah.
It's just completely blurred, you know. And
that's scary though, in a way, isn't it?
I don't know, and I don't want to blame the audience, but you know...
The expectation of that persona all the time.
But I believe I can fly. I really believe. I really believe many times I'm standing on the edge of a building that I jump and fly because people believe I can. Yeah. And, you know, whether the wire is there or not, it's very difficult flying as Jeevan, but I believe I'll jump and I'll fly. And, you know, in your 40s, this is wrong. If you're 4 years old, it's all right to think like that. But when you're 40, I think it's a little scary thought.
But do you really feel you have no friends?
And you know, I have my school friends who I meet, who I really enjoy with. I have some friends. I have Karan is there, and Adi is there, and Aziz, Juhi, Priyanka, Ritesh, Farhan. I mean, these are very close to me. I feel happy in their happiness. So I assume that's friendship. But I'm not very open with them. I can't talk my pains with them. You know how sometimes, you know, some people will turn around and say, you know, I need to talk to a friend. I don't know who to talk to, so I go to Suhana and Aryan. Whenever I have this, I need to talk to a friend. So either it's the dogs or the children.
How anxious have you been about this movie? In the sense, not just in the normal way that everybody wants their movies to do well and you worry in the normal way, but is there a sense, as I was asking you earlier, that somehow, my God, if this movie doesn't do well, I'm going to take it worse than with other movies? Because you seem to be utterly focused and devoted for a long time now to just this one project. It's obviously consumed you in some way.
Yeah, actually, two things have happened, Barkha. One, truthfully, I would not be so focused if my producer was okay. Bobby Chawla, who produces our films, and Kareem. Both of them are indisposed, to say the least. And so a lot of that work has come on me. I can't bring in an outside person. So those are things I've never done in producing a film. Making these calls, and I've never done any of this. Also, I have got this strange sense of responsibility with this film. It's not about the monies, it's not about the hitness. All that are anxieties of every movie star, which come and go every Friday. But what I'm bothered about is that it's I worked 20 years, and I wanted to somehow give back to films. And I'm hoping this give back in terms of technology. And I keep talking about it, and it's not like it's path-breaking, but it's Indian. You know, we've been able to do this in India. I want to start a new way of making our films look as a producer, as a filmmaker, so that internationally, when our films come out, 900 of them or 1,000 of them, everyone says, wow, the films look cool. That's one thing I feel we are bereft of. We can keep harping on about our films and crossover, but what we fall short in, our films don't look as cool. They don't look as good. They don't look as complete and fine. So this film, I was hoping to be able to do that. So every time I'm looking at them saying, this is the dream I have, and sometimes it falls short. So I get a little more anxious. I hope it's not, and sometimes, like my wife will tell me, and my friends, see, nobody watches the shorter. Now let it be. So I'm like, oh, so they're not going to notice this?
They tell us that even in TV news.
Yeah.
You notice the lighting, nobody else does.
Nobody else is noticing, so I'm like, but I spend a lot of time doing this. Wo to piche dikh raha hai wo? And there are times when I'm sitting on screen and say, I look at someone, I'm like, so? And everybody goes, so I'm like, did you see that? You know, we spent 18 hours doing this. Like yesterday, in my VFX studio, I've done a shot where this glass flies on my face. And it takes 137 hours, they told me, to render one frame.
Wow.
So I'm like, wow. And that glass will come in about 7 seconds. And it'll just go away. And I'll be like, and there'll be people, they would have missed it. And I'm like, but did you see that glass? So those little bits and pieces make me anxious. I want to go.
But you're a perfectionist. I mean, in this project, you've been like,
no, I'm a perfectionist.
God is in the details.
Yeah, I'm fun. I'm a
so
fun perfectionist. Yeah, I'm not an anal perfectionist. I'm really happy with things, and I like them. Because what happened is I saw an ad, and I told my team, the glass should look like this. So they looked at me and said, no, it will look much better. So yesterday they told me, my only anxiety now is 4,000 prints. I want to be in each theatre. When that glass scene comes, I look at it, Greco! Please look at that. It's never been done before. And I know I can't do that. So that makes me anxious. It's not, but that's what
and
makes
it'll
me
kill you
anxious.
if the viewer doesn't notice that glass piece.
Can I just
right?
tell you right now, as we sit here and talk, 2 hours, 20-minute film, very entertaining, family, everybody would love it, everyone will miss that glass. And that
We're
makes
going to
me
look out
anxious.
for that glass now.
Please, please. You know, yesterday I said, can I make a trailer out of this glass and give it to all the news channels? So my team says, sir, usme kuch hai nahi, bas glass ja raha hai. But I said, 137 hours, man,
Wow.
for a frame. So these little things, like the suit of the superhero.
Yeah.
You know, I went to America, I went everywhere, and I wore this suit. Finally, we shot it for 10 days, and when we saw it on screen, it's not bad, but I'm like, it doesn't look like how we want it to look. So we have digitally redone this whole suit, okay? And now, when it again comes on screen, nobody's ever turned around and said, wow, how do you do the suit?
Yes.
Nobody said that. I said, do you realize how we've done this suit?
Yeah.
And like my children have seen it, my friends have seen it, but nobody says, kya lag raha hai abhi yaar? Nobody says that. So I'm like, is it going to be one of those things that finally, like you and I are told, nobody notices the lighting, only you do?
But is this the most obsessive you've ever been?
No, I'm obsessive about all my films.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've just had to work a lot more because there's a lot more to, let's just say, too much of my childishness and childhood is invested in this film. And I cherish that, you know. I've never had a childhood. Parents died early, and I'm not disturbed about it anymore.
Who was your favorite superhero, or it doesn't have to be a superhero. I mean, who shaped your imagination as a kid?
Batman.
Batman.
Bruce Wayne. I mean, you know, he's a playboy.
Yeah.
He has this really cool thingies happening. He's got girlfriends. He drinks at parties. He's really good. He's handsome.
He's got a cool car also.
He's a cool car, cool cape, cool belt. I mean, he's really the coolest, and he's a little dark. You know, I like it. I like this guy who, you know, has got a little darkness and meanness surrounding him. He's got scars on his back.
Yeah.
So it's a very macho, cool. I really like Superman, of course.
Yeah.
We all like Superman, but Batman is. But I could not make this film like Batman. If it does well, then maybe I'll make Jeevan little dark. But Jeevan sounds only sweet, so I don't think.
Yeah.
My super is very sweet. Actually, he's a family superhero. He's not even like a superhero. He's like a family superhero.
But you would have you would have maybe wanted to make a slightly complex
Oh
superhero.
yeah. When we started, it was very complex.
Yeah.
It had issues about a man-machine in the virtual world to real world, and the issues that it faces. Then it just came down to that, you know, he's helping Karina Gondoata, and he's making her dry the clothes on his warm body. So I made it very sweet. He's a pankha at times. So I made it sweet, but I hope somewhere, every time I make a film, I always want somewhere there is the little essence of what I thought it should be. And the essence of this film is, and I like to say it in Hindi, is, have you ever wondered why we burn the effigy of Ravan every year? Because we don't believe we ever eradicated evil. So we're actually convincing ourselves, or maro, or jalado, or kaat do. But every time on Dussehra, we keep doing it because we're not convinced. And that is the essence. And for children, the appeal of bad is fantastic. It's really nice. मैं दिलवाले में कहा था, सही रास्ता मिलता है, गलत रास्ता आसान होता है. It's exactly the same. But just be careful what you wish for, because finally,
because it might come true.
It might come true, and it can take away a lot of good life away from you. So you gotta be careful what you wish for.
How cutthroat though is the industry around you? I mean, you get that standard press conference question, the three Khans, the competition, all those. I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying for you personally, as you mark your journey, do you worry about what lies ahead? Do you worry about all this ending one day? Do you worry about moving from hero to character actor? Do you worry about that? Does that keep you awake at night?
I don't know. I have.
Like, is growing older tough in the industry?
No, I have an 8-pack now at 45.
Don't show off.
Well,
no, but seriously, is it there at the back of your head? I don't mean now, but do you worry about it? Do you worry that I'm so used to this that if I had to live without it, something would change?
I think when you are a big star, like I have been for some time,
yeah.
You know how you get layered by protective things. I think we get so self-obsessed, and we believe so much in the infallibility of a stardom that this thought never crosses you.
Really? Never?
Yeah, it never crosses you. I think this is the system of God or superstardom, that somehow I'm untouched by any fear that my stardom will go away. And I know, as I speak with you, that it is the most impractical thought a man can have. But I think that's how you're ensconced and that's how you're protected. That I feel I'm infallible. Like I said, I believe I can fly. And I could believe I could fly when I was 25, at 40, 45, I think I can fly when I'm 75. And then, with all due respect, I'm not comparing when I look at Rajni sir, when I look at Amit ji.
Both of whom have, you know...
Yeah, and they're flying. I believe they can fly, and I believe they can keep on flying. I believe they will never stop flying. So
and they're both part of your film.
Yeah, and so that's really cool. The second part is, I have no issues as an actor you know, when I look back sometimes, what all I've achieved. I'm perhaps making one of the biggest looking films in India. I come from Gautam Nagar. You know, day before yesterday, I met Amit ji, and he says, Sir ji, idhar aiye, bahut din baad mil rahe hain. You know, Rajni sir speaks with me and says, you know, you are looking tired, rest a little. And Saira ji calls me up and says, Dilip Saab saw me on TV, and I'm making this film. I was driving down Danda, and I'm like, God, what all have I done? You know, I used to press feet of my mom at night and watch VCR and watching all these heroes. I never thought, I mean, forget meeting them, I never thought I'll see them. And here I am, I'm making films with them. So that also makes you feel, oh, I've achieved enough, so take everything away. It's all right.
That the journey is enough, to have come this far is enough.
Now you can take it away. But in reality, I think I don't know, I don't want to speak for any other star, but I truly believe that a movie star believes he's infallible. There's nothing can go wrong with him.
But being a movie star wasn't enough for you. You went into other things. You went into cricket.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't always a smooth ride on the field and off it.
Yeah, it's just been very rough. Yeah, last 2-3 years have been very rough actually.
Yeah.
You know, and again it was just a thing like, hey, I like sports, so let me do it. It was now it's settled down. Now my team is doing well, and I'm happy, and everything is kind of okay.
And you're not missing Ganguly.
And I'm not missing anyone.
Okay. But you've had some rough moments, not just with the performance of KKR, but with all kinds of things. Do you regret having got into it?
No, I don't regret anything that I've done, ever. But yeah, I have, one of the few times that I've really cried alone is when my team was in South Africa. You know, losing 9 matches, and people saying that I'm the one who's done X, and then there was a gentleman writing on the internet, and...
The great blogger.
Yeah, and I saw him on television one day. I want to find him and fix him.
And you will?
No,
now you're a superhero, so you better watch out.
Yes, I want to fly and catch him. But I saw him, and then I forgave it. I'm like, you know, kya bolu main. But I just, yeah, it was really...
But you wept. I mean, you're saying you sat in your room and you wept.
A superhero cried, yeah. I cried with tears, yeah. I sat in one corner like that, and I just cried, and I cried, and I cried. And everyone knew I'm crying, and I was shamelessly crying, because it just got to me. You know, when people start saying things, and I would say one thing, and a senior cricketer would take it wrongly, and then he would say something, and I'm like, dude, I didn't mean it like this, yeah. I'm just trying to say, you know, somebody said, it's my team, and I'll run it the way I want, because finally it got and said, oh, who the hell are you to talk about this great cricketer like this? And I didn't mean it like that. It also taught me that I think people attach too much weightage to what I say, and too many meanings out of it, so that, I'm not saying it makes a good soundbite, but they maybe believe it. Oh, you say you're arrogant? I'm not. I'm not arrogant at all. But I come across like that because I call a spade a spade. Maybe I need to be politically more correct. But all that was forgotten. My shoulder was injured. There was this whole thing, 9 matches were lost, and everybody was saying that I've really been wrong running a team. And yeah, it got to me. It made me feel very sad. And that was the lowest point a couple of years back. And,
but you stayed the course. How come you didn't? You could have sold your team and got out, or?
Yeah, I could have. I got a lot
Did
of
you think
money
about
offers. No, that's one thing I never do. I mean, the more I'm beaten down, the more I'm told I'm not good enough, the more I'm said he's over and done with, the more I succeed. I have a very simple logic. If you want me to be unsuccessful, just praise me and say I'm the best. As soon as you start telling me I'm not good enough, I'm not letting go of this. I'm very clear on that. And I don't say this with any misplaced self-confidence. I say this with a strange belief. And I read somewhere, and I wrote it on the Twitter, that, you know, many a times in a day I have to remove knowledge to make space for my belief. And knowledge can say, how long can you go on? Knowledge can say, but, you know, everything comes to an end. Knowledge can say, it wasn't a good decision. But belief is something, I'm a big believer. I'm a big believer. I can sit here and believe something will happen. It never changes for me. I believe I'm one with God. And I'm not saying it because I've become a big star. I became a star because I always believed like that. So you can't, I mean, if you this is a secret I'm telling everyone, if you don't want me to be successful, you don't say
praise you and flatter
praise
you.
me and flatter me and all, and I'll fail completely. But if you put me down and you say you're doing this wrong, and this again is my childishness, you tell me this is wrong, I'll do it. I'm ziddi, dheet, maybe a little battamiz, and I'm completely childlike. You can't take away my success. It's like trying to take candy from a kid. You can't, because I'm like, no, you tell me I'm bad, I will whatever you call, rub my heels,
Yeah,
I will
dig your
fight,
heels in, yeah.
but I'm gonna get it done. So
And it's worked for you. In cricket, it's worked for you, right?
and
in life, it's worked for you.
It's worked for me in life. I mean, I just don't give up. I don't give up, because what is, you know, when you just look back and you say where I came from, like I was telling you, if all this can happen, anything can happen.
Can you look ahead to a life after movie? Not yet, right?
I think I have...
What's left to do? What are the things
I want to
left
direct.
Yeah.
I want to make action comedies.
And you want to be a cricketer?
I want to be a cricketer. I want to play football also. My son, I want him to be a footballer, then I still beat him when he's playing football.
And I'm saying this bluntly, you're one of the brightest people I know. Yet I feel that you tend to underplay that in your public persona. You shy away from often expressing your opinion. If you express your opinion, you often express it as a joke. And your stated position is, don't put the pressure of, you know, social responsibility, political positioning onto actors. We're here to entertain you. It's a very different trend from, let's say, Hollywood. Or you'll have a Clooney taking a position on, you know, Sudan. I'm just giving you an example. And you're beginning to see a little bit of that with some of the younger actors who feel the need to sort of stand up and take a position. Has there been a conscious decision in your life to be self-deprecating? Because you know, you read a lot, you're very bright, you make very witty jokes,
Okay,
but you underplay. You're going to tell me a joke in this?
No, can I do one more? I hope I don't get in trouble.
Okay.
I'm self-deprecating and I underplay my smartness so the others can look smarter.
Why? Why?
Just my social service. This is my...
That's your contribution to society?
That's my contribution to society.
But do you really feel that art is just art?
No. No. I just feel, I'll be very honest.
Yeah.
I know most of the people who work in this field, and I sometimes feel when it becomes an agenda कि हम 9 बजे से 11 बजे तक मैं मैनिक्योर कराऊंगा, 11:30 बजे जो है मैं उसके बाद जाके मीटिंग करूंगा, 3 बजे जो है मुझे शूटिंग पे जाना है, 9 से 11 बजे तक ये कुछ ना सोशली रेलेवेंट कॉज कर लेते हैं, और 11:30 से 1 बजे I find it the worst kind of thing that you can do in your life. If you
It's fake. You feel it's fake.
It's not fake, it's a job. Even if it's not of course it's fake for a lot of things, but I said, But what are we doing for the social causes? There's nothing in this for the social cause.
Yeah.
Ma'am, you know what we're going to do? We're going to add, you know, how do you say, listen, let's do this, the girl child. Good. I like girl child. Or, you know what, let's do this for education. Put in twice a month, I should be talking about education of the downtrodden, right? You don't do it like that. You got to feel for it. And when you feel for it, you don't want a photograph. When you feel for it, you don't need to talk about it. But if you tell me today, I trust you. If you tell me, Shah Rukh, you come with me for a show to the army barracks, have fun, do the silliest thing. But somehow, it gives them happiness, plus somehow, it uplifts the morale of the army, which gets nothing. I said, of course I do it. And I don't think it's social work. I don't think it's my socially relevant...
You're being yourself, actually.
And I trust you because you are believable. You're doing this for a reason. I do it for you. So if somebody tells me honestly... See, I keep telling everyone, the only thing I really want to do is make public utilities for women all around the country. That's my life's dream.
But I think it's...
It's my life's dream. I want to do it with my money. I don't want to ask anyone.
Please do it. I mean,
I only want to, all over the villages.
It says so much that there isn't a public loo for women.
I just want to do that. That's, since childhood I wanted to do it. But then I'm like, should I start it as a movement? Should I ask someone? I love women. I'm very clear on that. I think I have to do something for women because I've worked with them, I've been brought up by them, I've been loved by them. And I always feel that they are not, they're fighting for equality all the time, however and whatever we may believe and say. So I really want to do things that it makes them feel equal, makes them feel nice, makes them feel actually they are superior, makes them be the superior being amongst men and women. So I find it that, you know, if I take on an agenda, I would take it if you tell me. If some friend of mine tells me, you know, Shah Rukh, this is a good thing, I said, do it for you. But I don't do it as part of my job. I don't do it as part of my 9 to 9 agenda. And when somebody says it, then I'm actually disturbed when somebody suggests it. And the only way I can counter it is by just saying, yeah, I'm an artist, I don't do this. We artists don't, I'm actor.
But for anyone who knows you, people know that you're being self-deprecating.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're being self-deprecating.
I'll be like that, but you also know if you called upon me for some aspect which is important, I come and do it.
Yeah.
And I don't want anything for it. I don't want no publicity for it. It does not make me, I'll give you a story, a little Islamic story. I may be wrong, so I hope I don't get into trouble. But, okay, I'll just name. She said one of the prophets was, Allah had said, drinking is not good. So one of the prophets went into this bar, cavern somewhere, and started breaking. There were 100 casks of whatever, liquor. So he was breaking it, and then 99 he broke and he stopped. And this story my father told me. And then everyone asked, "Isko kyun nahi toda aapne?" He said, all of them while I was doing it, I was thinking I was doing Allah's work. It was a work that was meant to be. That's what He's made us for. On 99th, I felt, "Arey main kitna acha kaam kar raha hu." As soon as it became my work, I stopped it. As soon as it became for me, I don't think that's what God wanted. Yeah, so I don't want to do it. So He left that one jar or whatever bottle. So I believe like that. As soon as it is Allah's work, I've been given so much. Obviously, this life has been given for something more than just saying, "Tujhe dekha to ye jana sanam." So when suddenly I'm sitting in a party and saying, "You know what, we've got to do this for," I don't want to do this. I don't do it, darling. You want me to dance chaya chaya, I do it for you. You tell me dance to chamak chalo, I'll do it for you. But this I'm not doing it because you don't feel it.
Let me end by asking you, can you look ahead to a life after movies?
Can I?
Look ahead to a life after movies? Not yet, right?
I think I have...
What's left to do? What are the things
I want to
left
direct.
Yeah.
I want to make action comedies.
And you want to be a cricketer?
I want to be a cricketer. I want to play football also. My son, I want him to be a footballer. Then I still beat him when he's playing football. Yeah. I also feel, like you asked, I have this new age, the age I'm in. I've started thinking different. Every 10 years, Barkha, I start thinking differently as an actor. You know, so I know phases. You know, I was like this when I was doing Bazigar, Har kar jitne wale ko Bazigar kehte hain. I love you, Kiran. And then suddenly it became, Zindagi mein do raaste milenge. Ek sahi, ek galat. Then it became 70 minute hain tumhare paas. And then suddenly it's become tan 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 tudum tudum tan 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 tudum. I've become more childlike as I have.
Regression ho raha hai.
हाँ, regression हो रहा है और मैं mature भी हो रहा हूँ. So I think that quality I want to bring in love stories. I want to bring this space of my head where there's this childlike innocence and love and this maturity of understanding. You know, I've become not mellow. A lot of people think, Shah Rukh mellow ho gaya. No, I've not mellowed. I'm still as gritty and nonsensical as I was, but I have understood things.
You're changing. I mean,
I'm changing. I think I'm changing. I don't know for better or
well, it doesn't have to be better or worse.
Better or worse. I'm just changing.
Yeah.
And I think I can bring in a new, whether you like me as a lover boy or you like me as this bad don, 11 mulkon ki police dhund rahi hai. I think, or Devdas, as an alcoholic, kill me kind of lover, I think I can play it all in a different way now. I can do the same, stories are the same, but I think I have this newness around me, which I have a little more givingness and gentleness about my acting, which I want to now do. And it could be the same comedy that I've done 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But
you do it differently.
I do it differently. So I think I have another 10, 15, 20 years of this new, mature and childish quality that has got mixed as an actor. So I want to do that. Then I want to direct a film. And I want to write. I want to write screenplays which are different. I want to make edgy different films. I want to write them. And I want to make a studio. I want to make a stadium. I want to make a lot of filmmakers. I want a lot of young boys and girls to come within my fold and learn this 20-year thing and become filmmakers. So there's a long...
and you wrote on Twitter that you have more energy than anybody you know.
I said I'm a wiry, thin, brown, little kid with the energy of a nuclear fission. So
but it's true.
It's true. I'm like that.
And you're having dinner at 6 in the morning?
And I had dinner at 6 in the morning, yeah. Just imagine. I came back from work and I said, khana khana hai. So, I said, sir, make a breakfast de do. So my cook said, sir, dinner hai ye. Breakfast abhi hua nahi hai.
And dinner is usually what time? 4?
Dinner nowadays is, 3, 4. I work out at 1:32. And then I get back into dinner.
And you still get to get an 8-pack.
I get an 8-pack, see.
See, you are a superhero.
See, I'm telling you, I told you I can fly with my 8-pack.
Pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.